it's Tess here. Welcome to my channel. The Sims 4 Discover University Livestream has just been released. However, it's 2 hours long and no one has that much time. So I thought I would make a short version and cover all of the highlights. So let's get into it. Now, the first thing I noticed was what a process it was to actually get to university. The first step is to apply via the mailbox, where Sims also have the option to apply for scholarships. After the application is submitted, the Sim can check the status of their application on a computer. If the application is successful, they will receive their acceptance letter. The acceptance letter outlines the distinguished degrees for each university. Now that we've been accepted into university, we need to enrol. So you enrol on the computers, where there is a 4-step process. It's quite involved compared to Sims 3. Now you need to select from either University of Britechester, or alternatively there is Foxbury Institute. I'm excited to see the difference and play both universities. Now the next step of the process is to select a degree. There are a number of new degrees here. We've got art history, culinary arts, drama, economics, fine arts and history. There's also language and literature. Now within each of those degrees you can select up to 4 classes that can be made up of core classes and some electives, or alternatively you can select 4 core classes. The main objective here is to complete 12 in order to complete the entire degree. Now on the screen you can see that there are a number of careers listed. So this is telling us that the language and literature degree will benefit those 3 careers. And we can also see with this drop down box all the different electives that are available. Something I'm really excited about is the housing selection. So we can see here we can pick from either studying from home, so you would stay in your current home lot and travel to university from there, or you can move off campus to an apartment in the city living world, for example, and commute to your university from that location. Or the third option is to live in university housing. So there's a number of different price ranges, you can select different buildings. And the final step of the enrolment process is tuition. So we've got 2 options here. We can either pay in full out of our household funds, or we can get a student loan and pay back once we have returned from university. Now let's take a look at the Britechester world. So as you can see, we have 3 distinct towns here. The one in the middle is the main village for the university. It has a library, a bar, and a couple of houses that the students can live on. We have an existing family here. The Pleasant sisters from Sims 2 have made a return, and they're twins who actually attend both of the different universities. So it will be fun to see how that plays out and if there's any rivalry. We also have an older couple on campus. So the story is that they've been there for a while, the students moved in, the universities were built, and I get the impression that they're not particularly happy with the students being around. On the right-hand side, that town is the Britechester campus, and on the left-hand side is the Foxbury campus. The 2 new lot types that come with this expansion pack are University Student Hangout and Study Spot. So the University Student Hangout will bring in more students, the drinks will cost less, and there'll be some incentives to have all the students gather there. And Study Spot will help increase the effectiveness of any studying. We got to see the dorms for the first time, which are basically similar to the penthouses in city living. There's an elevator in the centre and dorm rooms around the exterior walls. The bathroom is in the middle of the floor and contains multiple toilet cubicles and communal showers. Now these particular showers are open, so they won't allow Sims to woohoo in them, but there are other enclosed showers that will allow woohoo, just like what we saw in the trailer. Now the theory is that in real life we cannot alter our dorm rooms. Therefore we have no ability to enter build and buy mode whilst active Sims are living in the dorm. It's okay though, because the cheat that enables us to edit public lots will work for the dorms, and that cheat is of course bb.enableFreeBuild. We can add furniture to our dorms and decorate by purchasing select items from the kiosk on campus. We can purchase items such as a fridge, microwave, rug, plants, and a computer for our studies. Something really exciting is the new object that's available, and that is the chest. It's basically a second inventory for our sim. We have some new meals such as instant noodles and pizza rolls. And big news! We can finally now lock our computers for use by only particular Sims. I don't know how many times I've played Sims 4 and the guest Sims have come and taken over the computer and my Sims can't use them, so I'm so relieved for this update. It was confirmed in the live stream that the highly requested bunk beds will not be part of the pack. But seriously, who wants to sleep in a bunk bed at university anyway? On another note, I did notice that there are only single beds in the dorm, so I guess the Sims will need to be creative when it comes to woohoo. Now these beautiful traditional buildings belong to the University of Britechester, and in complete contrast are the Foxbury Institute modern buildings. And talking about technology, OMG the robots. Remember this part of the trailer?
Found out robots are planning to take over the world. No one believed me.
I completely believe her. Did anybody else catch the gurus say that the robots can form an army? They completely alluded to the possibility of a robot revolution, and I'm all for it. I cannot wait for that gameplay. Now on to more mundane robot matters. So when you unlock the top robotics skill, you'll be able to build a robot. When activated, the robot will become part of the household and you will be able to control them. They have needs, and if you don't look after them, they may turn into a pile of mechanical waste. And yes, you can woohoo with a robot, but they cannot procreate. As you can see on the screen, robots have needs of fun, social, durability, and charge. There are also bots, which despite looking like trash cans, are handy little things. The utility bots can help with cleaning and fixing broken items around the house. There are also party bots which serve food to your guests, and gardening bots who will water and weed your plants. The gardening bots will do everything except harvest the crops, so the fun part is left for you. Now both robots and bots are affected by the rain. So the advice is that if you have seasons, make sure you turn them both off when it's raining. Now I don't know about you, but my seasons rain a lot, so I can imagine that that's going to be a problem. Oops, see, the robot's definitely planning something. Let's have a quick look at the class schedule. Now we didn't get to hear too much about this, but what we do know is that visually it's very different to Sims 3. We received some important tips regarding the coursework. In addition to the standard classes and homework, some Sims will be required to give a finals presentation, and they must do this by the end of term as it counts towards their grades very heavily. So it sounds like the game won't actually prompt us to go give this presentation. Instead, we will need to keep an eye on the whiteboard, and when it says that the presentation is complete and ready to be presented, that's when we should go and give the presentation. The other hot tip we received was that if our sim needs to write a term paper, that we can actually start university midweek. This will give us the weekend to work on the paper and that extra little bit of time. We also received confirmation that all the classes will be rabbit holes and we can't follow Sims into their classes. Sims will be able to work whilst at university but will need to be careful of any conflicts with their classes. Now the trailer teased a toddler on campus. The live stream confirmed that toddlers and children can visit campus but cannot live in Britechester World as the game comes. They did allude to the fact that if you change the lot type of a house to residential, then the Sims family can live on campus too. There were a few blue loading screens, so we can definitely assume that it's not a completely open world. As expected, there are of course bikes. Now the animation is mostly really beautiful, however it is a little weird whenever the bike turns a corner. They did mention that bikes will now be available in other worlds of the game. The university pub has discounted drinks. Being a student hangout lot, you may even see the occasional rival school cheer. Each university holds events. You can see these organisation events in the panel next to your needs. But there are plenty of other activities around the campus. Here we have the pub in the main town area, and we have a beautiful lake running through. In this body of open water right here, the Sims can actually go for a swim, which is really exciting to see that come in from island living. Now as we move through the town, you can see the library in the heart centre. There are beautiful historical type buildings which look really beautiful, including all the details with the uneven ground, the staircases, and all the beautiful plants. So it's a good time to talk about food. Where is there good food on campus? Well, unfortunately it didn't look like we have too many options. There was a cafe, but it's only open at certain times of the day. If that fails, there are a number of outdoor kiosks where the Sims can purchase food from. One helpful tip was to ensure that your sim has a microwave back at their dorm. Now there are some secret societies and some hidden treasures around the map. Here you can see a castle, which I don't know, it could be nothing, but it could also be a little bit of a secret gameplay path that you can uncover some mysteries. In terms of mysteries, here is the secret society here gathering. So your sim can approach them and attempt to ask them about their strange gathering. However, when that fails, which it likely will, as you can see, you can research on the computers about these strange gatherings. The Sims love a good prank, so there are plenty of pranks they can play on their rival university. If that fails, they can add a little spice at their local cafe. We had a sneak peek at Create a Sim. We had a look at Create a Sim, where we saw casual university attire and of course the facial piercing. For the builders out there, you now have columns that will extend to about 4 stories high. There are some exciting new careers. Education, become a professor. Engineering, play with robots. Law, become a judge or private attorney. Well, there's the short version. I will be releasing Sims 4 University videos soon. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything. Let me know in the comments below what you are most looking forward to about Discover University. Thanks for watching. Bye.